Hello and welcome! Today we're gonna do a Yoyo tier list. If you're wondering why I'm so incredibly fancy dressed for this, it's because I was actually at a birthday party before this. Ooh. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. Let's start with the first season of Yoyo, which is Yoyo Phantom Blood. A lot of people say you should skip it. I don't necessarily think it's bad or you should skip it. I think no, Jojo Season is like under C tier. If we take this into perspective, like the second part of the first season of Sword Art Online, that would be like F tier. So C tier, it's still worth watching in my opinion, but is it the best show ever? No, of course not. Then we go to Battle Tendency, which I honestly think is like one of the most underrated like anime of Yoyo. Battle Tendency is like, in my opinion, of course they hadn't found the stance yet, so they hadn't really found their whole niche yet, but it's kind of where they started to find, you know, what made Yoyo into Jojo. And I also think the comedy is well written. In fact, so much so that I actually will rank the first season of Stardust Crusader below Battle Tendency. You might hate me for saying that, but I really, you know what, actually I'm gonna do like this. I lied to you guys. Because that's the second part of season 2, you know. So the first 24 episodes, the last 24. And the reason why I'm only gonna rank it B is because yes, it did feel like a journey was ending. It did really feel like this huge thing. But the thing is this. It was forced as hell. Even the narrator was like, oh, after this long journey. And it's just, you know, it's too forced. The first season I liked a bit more, just solid in general. Okay, anyways. Now we're going to Diamond is Unbreakable, which you're probably gonna hate me even more for this, but I think the first season is honestly A tier. I would almost put, like, if there was a tier in between A and S, I'd put it there. And the second season is, in my opinion, S tier. I don't know, I've said this countless times before, I'll say it countless times again. Sometimes a story needs a great, like, plot or story to keep it going. Sometimes an anime needs, you know, this great power system or whatever, which Yoyo of course has, but above all, what is important is the characters and how they synergize with each other. And I think Diamond is Unbreakable just has some really solid characters that are enjoyable to watch. That's something, honestly, in Stardust Crusader I feel like I miss a bit. Like, yes, it's an interesting story, but the characters are, you know, I mean, I guess Iggy is pretty cool. You know, no, actually, you know that. But I'm gonna save myself here, okay? So what I do think is that both these are gonna go here. Both season 1 and 2 of Golden Wind, so all 48 episodes. Just solid. I think it's what Golden Wind did is it took the best parts of Stardust Crusader and it replaced the boring parts of Stardust Crusader with Diamond is Unbreakable. The cast is super enjoyable, probably my favorite cast of Yoyo, honestly. I think a lot of people hype Steel Ball Run. I haven't read the manga, I've just seen the anime, so I'm really excited for that, because if it can break Golden Wind, then it's probably gonna be one of my favorite anime, because Golden Wind is fucking great. And then, of course, finally we got Stone Ocean, the first season, which finished or aired recently on Netflix. If you haven't watched it already, I'm not gonna spoil it, and I'm honestly gonna put it in B tier. It's good. It's good. I mean, it's still like B tier isn't bad. That's just what I'm trying to emphasize here. It's definitely not S tier or even A tier. A lot of it, I don't know, it's just something that doesn't feel right with the cast. But then again, I mean, the ending, it starts to kick off a bit. So I think, like, if we continue down this path, it's gonna start getting real interesting. But of course, you know, they have cliffhangers. That's anyways my Yoyo tier list. Do you agree? What would you do differently? Write down in the comments. Please subscribe. Also watch all my other videos. Bye!